Hello, hello! How are we all doing today? I am doing something we've not done for a little while. I'm gonna do some art. It's shocking, I know. First things first, I actually need to grab this. This evening's choice of beverage is the PG Tips Raspberry Fruit Infusion, which I, bizarrely, despite hating PG Tips as a company, highly recommend. Alright, baby. Can't find anywhere to sleep due to the amount of pens everywhere. We are going to be checking my classic Spectrum Noir pens. I've just ordered a load of new Spectrum Noir illustrators and the Spectrum Noir coloristas so that, you know, I might actually get some work done. It was really hot. But I thought, since I've got new pens coming, I should probably check the old ones out and see where we're at. And since I've not done one of my motivational posters for a while, I thought we might do something like that. It was Kaylee's suggestion, just so we all know. Yeah, so I thought we'd go with something like that, but I need some ideas. Now, the last motivational poster I did was Just No, and then I think the one before that was Knobhead. So thinking maybe like, hey Sammy, do you like your new VIP badge? Hey Tabitha, how you doing, baby girl? Right, so I'm thinking, how about something like Don't Be a Dick? I think that Don't Be a Dick is a good motivation. So what do we think? Are we thinking something like, you have to excuse me looking up there. The screen is there. You're down here because I'm gonna have to move you to see the paper in a minute. So, but yeah, you're one of my 3 or 4, I think, first VIPs. Because the big news is I did finally hit 50 followers. However, my hours and my average viewers have dropped a little bit. So I need you all to like talk to each other and stay around for a bit so we can get those hours and those average viewers back up, and then I will be affiliate. So we are like this close now. And then I get paid. The dog is snoring. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Angel, my other VIP, and K-Flob, my other VIP. Do you like your shiny VIP badges? I like your shiny VIP badges. He does, doesn't he? They're very similar. Right, I'm going to change the camera angle so you can see the paper, and we will take it from there. It's going to be colourful though. That's the one rule we have today, is that we're going to have all of the colour. So we're going for this. Now I'm afraid it's a little bit janky because I totally wasn't prepared for it, and I wasn't going to stream at all, to be quite honest with you, and it's all Kaylee's fault. We're doing a motivational poster like you suggested, and I'm thinking something like Don't Be a Dick. So we'll see. I'm going to draw a couple of light lines first so that we can get some lines going. Helps if it's the right way around. You check it's central and straight. There we go. Let's have a couple of light ones. You won't be able to see them. Fuck, even I can't see that. A little bit darker, eh? There we go. You'll notice I am also drawing in green because I'm a pencil. Right, so if we're saying don't, and then we'll put BR here, and if you are, I have got bones on my trousers. It's more than I've got in my hips. Hello. Oh, I know what you want. Do you want your last one? Or do you want this one? That dog treats sat here. Want it? Do you know? Oh, well, that one's in your bed. Right. This is your last one. You down? You good boy? You good boy? Go on then, get it. Good boy. Take it to bed. Your bed, not mine. Go on. Right. Yeah, so it's been a fun, don't be, right. It's been a fun week, right? Because for those of you who are a little bit out of the loop with what is going on in the world of jazz, I mean, I think I'm a little bit out of the loop with what is going on in the world with jazz half the time. The government have decided that there is nothing wrong with my hips. I have no mobility problems whatsoever. Did you know that? My hips have magically cured themselves. Let's move you over there a little bit. You can just about see the lines. Yeah. So yeah, so that's fun, right? I've lost £400 a month, so I'm poor now. So Sammy, I'm very aware that I owe you money for my quilt. I need to talk to you about that, but you didn't come into Wolverhampton on Saturday because you don't love me. So I'm just going to do some quick kind of basic letters. The downside of doing them in green is that I doubt very much I will be able to erase them. So that's going to be interesting. Tabitha, baby girl, I will make you VIP as soon as I can. Alright, don't be. This one is. I love you too, sweetheart. I'm so looking forward to going shopping with you. Now, important question. Do we do... I know, it's going to be great. Oh yeah, Tabitha, you should probably be getting ready for bed since you've got school in the morning. I'm definitely not encouraging you to stick around, but I do love you. And it's only going to be one more week until we go shopping. So make sure you get ready for bed, okay? Dad didn't tell you to. Did he not? Do we do the word dick in capital letters or just in... Or just like, can you two argue off my stream? Actually, no, carry on arguing. Carry on arguing. Capital letters. It gets... Capital letters. Oh, okay. We had 2 votes for capital letters, so let's go big. Right, do some blocks for this. A lot of this will write itself out as we add the rest of it. There's obviously a little bit more to go yet. I don't normally sketch with you all. It's a little bit weird. Normally I come on and I've already got the sketch. Or, you know, whatever it is we're doing. So you get to see the full annoying process of how I do things. Oops, I've done that wrong. Oh well, do it that way. There we go. Don't be a dick. And obviously once we've filled it in with pen and everything. Interaction, yeah, carry on arguing, it's fine. Yeah, one of the things you have to do to get affiliate is have people talking. Not just watching. You can't all just exist in the stream. You have to talk to each other as well. It's just like, well, what happens if people don't want to talk to each other? Like, it's not forcing people to be social. It's not very nice, is it? So yeah, so I've just spent £110 on these new marker pens, which hopefully will give me the little bit of inspiration I need and motivation at that much money to come on here a little bit often. I think I'm going to move that over there. Let me see if this actually will erase. Yeah, okay, how's your course going? Tell us. This is nice actually, because with me not doing uni work for a change, I don't have to worry about whether I've sworn or not on this one, because it doesn't need to be uploaded to YouTube. And B, it's just nice to chill with you guys. Honestly, it's just, I've kind of missed this actually. Like, I don't get to do this very often with everything that's going on. We will finish the Dave Cave one day. He needs a tree, some posters, maybe like a hot tub or something. And by the time I finish this current project, I'll know exactly what it is I'm doing with it as well. So, you know. I'm going to put B here. So just change that around. And then actually put the A there. Just to space that out a little bit more. She didn't do great on her last assignment, but we did our best with it. She managed to get like a second on that merit, I think. But yeah, it's been fun. Both. She's doing alright actually. We're really proud of her. Hi, how you doing? How is life, Jazz? Ah, I take it John John's not streaming right now then. I'm doing actual art. I don't normally do actual art. I haven't had a chance to do actual art in ages. Right, so let me show you the mess that is what we've got. So these are all my old, I mean there's a couple of Touch 5s in there. There's some Letraset Pro markers in there. Letraset, not even Winsor & Newton, actually Letraset Pro markers. I'll be surprised if they work. Letraset is the company that Pro markers were owned by before Winsor & Newton. And then we've got some classic Spectrum Noirs, which will be a fine point on one end and oh man, they smell well, chisel on the other end. So there's no brush markers or anything in any of this, which is why I've got new ones, and that's a fine point on the Letraset. And again, the other end will be a chisel. And then on the Touch 5s, exactly the same deal. Fine point on one end. That doesn't look like it's got a lot of ink in it, does it? And then, what was John playing today? Chisel on the other. That one just there is going to be a blender. You can tell by the gradient from white to nothing. Blenders are a lie. If you ever want to get into alcohol markers, blenders are a lie. They don't blend. What they do is remove some of the ink that's there. So it's like a partial erase. I've got a few fine liners in here as well. Cool. I can't complain I don't have any fine liners, can I? Oh, you've got grey in there. Look at that. Oh, I've even got a micron in that. Cool. Oh, I've got a Fudenosuke. Yay, we like a Fudenosuke. Good pen, man. Good pen. For those of you who are just like, what are you talking about, Jazz? Fudenosuke is a beautiful brush pen for doing fine line work. And I've got two, I believe that one's my hard. Is that my hard nib or my soft nib? Don't know, because it's my actual Japanese one. We'll find out in a bit. Right, so thinking green, because you know green is the best colour. I don't know how many greens I've got. Greens, blues, greens, blue, blue, green. Because these are old, you can trust the cap about as far as you can throw me, which is not going to be very far, is it really? Green, yellow, yellow. colour is that meant to be? Well, it says it's green. I doubt that very much. We've got a lot of yellows, and then we've got... Why have I got so many pinks? I don't even like pink as a colour. Ew. Got a purple in there. Got a red. Mostly greens and yellows. Unsurprised by this. Right, so... What do we think is going to be the darkest one? I reckon we've got a vivid. Let's try this vivid. Let's see what it's saying. Ugh! It's saying... Oh, look at that. That is ink. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an ink. Yes. Well, that one works. Oh, look at the spread on that. So the paper that I'm using right now is it's meant to be a multimedia pad. I get the feeling I'm gonna regret not grabbing my pen, no. Yeah. I will probably regret not grabbing the marker paper, but marker paper is so thin. I like to kind of like take marker paper and stick it to normal paper. Right, so that one's good. Oh, I was going to put it in the tin that I keep my alcohol markers in, but you all are currently sat on that. We'll put the good ones over there. Right, for now, on the dog. Not on the dog, for anybody who's suddenly about to ring the RSPCA. Alright, so the next one is the Letraset Lime Green. What are we thinking? It's been a while. Oh yeah, look at that! Look at it! It's a little bit dry, but do you know what? It's working. Liking it. So I'm thinking... I think it's orange. Tabitha, why can't you ask your dad? You're allowed to talk to your dad. Here's your dad and everything. Right, so we've got LG5. And I'm so glad they started naming these after a while. The problem with the original Spectrum Noirs is that they put, and you can't even see it, but like that just there and that just there is actually the logo as to which end is which. Let's see if there's one that's not. No. And obviously that's kind of where you hold your pens. You might be able to see it on that one. Yeah, so there you can see the chisel on this end and the bullet on that end, and that is what they give you, and that grey bit just there, which you're meant to be able to tell which end is which. And it's just like, well, she's supposed to be off her phone. Oh yeah, Tabitha, I love you very, very much. Time to get off your phone and go to bed now, please. It's like 20 past 8. Even I want to go to bed. Can I go to bed? Wait, I'm in bed. I don't even know. It's like, this is the best thing about this is it's like mystery colouring, because I have no idea what colour each of these is going to come out. None at all. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I don't even know if half of them are going to work. Love you, Tabitha. Hey, this does not work. This is pleasure. Right, okay, so this green one is actually struggling a little bit, so I think this will be the first one to go into the don't keep pile, because it's just not. I'm struggling to get the ink out of it a little bit. It's a shame. It's a nice colour, but that one is going in the bin. Alright. I'm going to wait for my niece to go before I can start swearing as well. Just in case anybody was curious, once my niece has left chat, this is an over 18 stream. dear. Alright, what we got? This one is JG1. Don't know what JG stands for. I'm assuming the G is a green. Don't know what the J is for. Well, what is a J? Honestly, old Spectrum Noirs, man. Like, these days, Spectrum Noirs, they give Copic a run for their money in quite a big way. But these old ones... Everything's got to be... Oh, yeah, jazz green. It's the best colour. We also have a JG2. So let's see what colour JG2 is, shall we? So what have we all been doing? I don't really... Okay. So what have we all been doing whilst I've been hard at work and Kaylee's been hard at work? Kaylee is currently hard at work, and if she's not, I'm going to slap her upside the head. Right, we're keeping that one. Alright, I think we're moving on to some kind of blue-greens. GT2. Let's have a look at GT2. I think we're going to do a... Oh, GT2 is a good one. Oh, I like that one. I might do that one in the Dick, I think. Like that. That's my favourite green so far. What are you doing? Can you, like, maybe, I don't know, get comfortable? You all can't see the dog walking around. You've been moulding. Moulding what? What? What, like... Moulding? I don't... You all might have to explain that one. I'm a little bit slow on the uptake today. I have no snark from Kaylee on that comment. GB7 does not look like a green. So let's have a look. Yeah, see, that's meant to be green. Is that green? Unless I am going completely out of my mind. That is yellow. You're moulding clay. Wait, are you making shelves out of clay, or you're making stuff out of clay to put on shelves? You missed the green that's not green. This green here that's mustard yellow. The mystery continues with IB3. IB3. It's like bingo. So this should be blue. It is. It is blue. Look at that. Yay. And we've still got... I hope you're all thinking about what we're going to do for the background for this, because I don't have a bloody clue. Oh, right, so you're making things to decorate shelves. Oh, also, I was meant to tell you, I went into Wilkinson's. No, I didn't. I went into the Works the other day. And those, like, you know, like the wooden sets of tiny drawers that they have? They're currently reduced to £8. I thought you might be interested in that. There's a blue. Blue. There's a blue. What's the darkest colour I've got? I don't really have any dark colours. Oh, like purple. So I think I might do, because I'm really not happy with that yellow. Really not happy. Is I'm just going to go over it with green. Yay! Ah, alcohol markers. How I love you. Also, word of warning to the wise. Don't sniff alcohol markers. It's very bad. These stink. These actually stink. I can't remember what colour that was. So was that IB3. I'm going to see if BT8 is any darker. Oh yeah, it's loads darker. Just to outline that D. I know you can't entirely see what I'm doing. Oh my god, you've got more patience than me. When I said that, I'm about to start the final exhibition project, which just gets more complicated every time I have like a tutorial. So that's interesting. But it should be good. Hopefully, if you are anywhere near the Midlands, and I know you, I fully expect to see your face at some point in my exhibition. Otherwise, I will be sad. That's it. That's the only downside. I will be sad. I'm just like very sad. Don't be a dick. Leicester. It's going to be in town. My open evening, for those of you who are going to be interested, will be well, I need to find out what day it's going to be. Like, according to the marketing people, the best time to hold an open evening is a Thursday. And I don't understand how a Thursday is the best time to hold an open evening, because, like, everybody has to get up the next day. People have got kids and dogs and cats. How is it the best day? But marketing have said, but I probably am not going to do it on a Thursday, to be quite honest, because, like, who's going to show up on a Thursday evening? Apart from my dad. My dad will always show up. But the opening evening is catered. Out of my own fair pocket. There's a proper, it's my first proper solo exhibition. Which also means no marketing for it. I am going to be rebranding Goth Frog Art a little bit. I've got to redo my logo, which is probably the only thing that will change. I'm not changing my name or anything, because I like being Goth Frog Art. I've always been Goth Frog Art. I will always be Goth Frog Art. Although people expect me to be colouring frogs, which is hilarious. I can draw frogs. I only do quite realistic frogs when I put my mind to it. It's just that I'm lazy. It's not. Alright, so we have got a henna, this one is. This one's just called henna. So I don't know where we're going to put henna. Might do an underline with henna. Oh, henna works. These, alright, these pens, these Letrasets, I'm pretty sure they're older than my sister's kids. Like, wow. I mean, I don't like that colour, but it's nice to know it works. Yes. Alright, so let's go with, kind of like, we've got orange. OR2. Let's go OR2. Oh, yes. Oh, OR2 works. OR2 works. We like it. This might be the most colourful thing I've ever made. I don't know if this one will make it as a print. This one might be a experimental piece. Kaylee's probably going to get it, because Kaylee gets most of my stuff. But yeah, so the exhibition planning, I have got a lot, and I mean a lot of work to do for this exhibition. It is ridiculous how much work I need to do. OR3, I'm assuming, is going to be a darker shade of OR2. I'm actually not seeing a whole lot of difference there, but okay. Oh no, it's a little bit redder. So I'm guessing that R stands for red. Oh man, I cannot draw straight lines tonight. I've actually been really ill all day. And the fact that I'm even here. I said I would stream today, and I wasn't going to stream today, and then Kaylee was all like, yeah, you are, you can stream, you can go do it now. And I was like, what? And here I am. DR4. DR4. Oh, DR4 is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to DR4. It is dead. Oh, we're doing alright. That's 2 so far. Alright. Ladies, gentlemen, and others, my mistake. It's been a very long day. So, let's try GB6. Sounds very yellow. Looks very yellow. Is it yellow? Kind of a yellowy brown. Oh no, I've gone out of focus. Focus. There we go. I fixed it. What? You weren't expecting some kind of professional stream, were you? Oh goodness, have you met me? There we go, putting that chisel tip to good use. Look at that. That's a good one. It's a good one. We like that one. Alright. I'm a little bit sad about DR4. It was a good red. Will live forever in the memories of good. Nobody, literally nobody at all is going to remember it. But that's not the point. Let's try, since the lovely purple turtle has turned up, this Letraset Pro Marker in Amethyst. Amethyst, apparently. Purple. Oh no, it's not looking good. Still got enough colour left in it to do this, but I think Amethyst is destined for the recycled pen pile. These early Spectrum Noirs as well weren't really designed to be refilled. It wasn't until later in the day, and the early Letrasets before Pro Marker took over also not designed to be refilled. But because we are in the modern era, you can take, if you are in the UK, BP7 is coming up next. You can take your used non-refillable and refillable alcohol markers and others, that's very purple pink, to places like Ryman's, and they do have a recycling bin, and they recycle the markers. Yeah, it's very yes you can. Certain alcohol markers, right? So these cheap Touch 5s don't do a refill. You can refill them, but it is fiddly. Spectrum Noirs, Illustrators particularly, but most new Spectrum Noirs, Copic Chow, Copic Sketch and standard Copics are all refillable. You can buy the ink for them and you can refill them, and that's why they are what I have decided to go for. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, Carmine from the Touch 5s is dead. Oh, the reds today. Right, so let's try. What we got? Let's go for FL2. FL2. Come on, FL2. I don't know what colour FL2 is going to be. There's not really... It looks like it's meant to be orange. Oh, no. Oh, FL2 is really dead. FL2 is dead. Alright. Let's go FL1. Come on, FL1. Give us something. Oh, FL1 is alive! Alive! Just so we know, my brother has gone out, so I am not currently... Oh my god, look how bright that looks on the camera! Oh yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. So, chisel tips are useful for big areas, obviously, because of their shape and their size. But A brush tip, usually more preferable than a bullet nib, because bullet nibs are great for lining but not a whole lot else. Are refillable markers vampires? No, because they don't take the ink from somebody else. It's in a bottle and it's given freely. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say refillable markers are not vampires. PP6 is looking good. If you can hear the dog, I do apologise. He's been very needy today. I don't know what is wrong with him, other than he's a grumpy old man. Takes after my Vince, really. Who is not here to defend himself. So yay, grumpy old man. So that's cool. PP6 is looking very, very pink. Very pink. True, but vampires usually go off the same species. Now, would a bottle of ink be considered the same species as a pen? This one is BP4. BP4. Oh yeah. They're not as red as they look on the camera. The camera is not coping well with these purples and pinks. I do apologise. I will show you all properly in a bit when I bring you all back to my face. My beautiful, beautiful face. I'm not worried too much about background stuff because obviously we're going to be filling that in shortly. Although with what colour, I do not know. Alright, so BP5. BP5 is good. BP5 is good. You would know. You would know. Alright, so we've got the lemon yellow from the Touch 5s. What do we think? No, it's mostly dead. I think we're going to have to fade that one down. And then, can you focus? Excuse me. Excuse me. No, not you. No, not you. No, I don't want you. Ah! Focus! Hello. Right, I know you can do this. And we come this way. And we come... Autofocus is a dick. Just saying. What does the sign say, autofocus? What does the sign say? We're just going to give autofocus a moment while it copes with its life. Well, Jake, what do you want, baby? Can you just, I don't know, sit down? Is that, there we go. You just wanted to lean on my leg. What is going on with my camera? Well, look, you can focus on this finger. Ready? Follow the finger. Oh, my hands look old. Follow the finger. Professional. Look at this fully professional stream with highly did you do it? Yeah. Canary by Letraset. It is also mostly dead, but there's enough of it to finish off that exclamation, so there we go. So yeah, this is, well, literally just an art stuff testing stream so that I know what I need to get rid of before all the new ones arrive in a few days. That's like, and my pen's not comfortable. Apparently, just so we all know, the pens are not comfortable. I mean, maybe you shouldn't have lay down on the pens then, should you? Alright, so let me just, I want to see if these are still viable. So this is what they call a blender. Now, if it's got any ink left in it at all, it does not. Alright, blender number 1, dead. Alright, blender number 2, the Spectrum Noir blender. Let's see. La 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 la. I'm not seeing any changes here. There's definitely no blending. Yeah, no, that's dead. Okay, so we have no blenders. Oh no, the world will end. For future reference, if you are using alcohol markers and you don't have a blender, and if you have some to hand, which I don't, you can use alcohol, oddly. Just plain, everyday alcohol. Oh, that's a brush. What brush is that? That is a Habico number 6. I probably paid for that at some point. Right, so the other set of pens that we have to test today, these are not alcohol markers. And they are also not that old, so they had better work. And just so you can see them. These are watercolour brush markers. That's a Letraset in blue. That's what's Excuse me, Letraset in blue. Do you actually work? How are you doing that? Hey, you go. Good for you. I like it. I like it. Yeah, for those of you who are new to the stream, since there are... Thank you. Yeah, I bought this bag from an amazing company. Everybody should look at the bag for a moment. This one, obviously the fabric is picked for me, and has this beautiful drawstring. Perfect for carrying around markers and things. If you would wish to purchase one of these bags, they are reasonably priced, I believe, usually around between £1 and £3 each. You may speak to Sammy. Plug in. I'm plugging you, Sam. Bubblegum vodka. Do you know what? I'd be interested to see how that worked. Yes, right. There's a reason why I am called Goth Frog, and I know you don't, right. This one's mint. Say hi. Yeah, I have all of the Build-A-Bear frogs, apart from the giant one. This guy here, this is Robin. He's beautiful. This guy here, this is Prince. He looks after Ratty Boy and my little sheep. Yeah. I am called Goth Frog because I am an ex-goth who is obsessed with frogs. So that's... Here, let me show you my face for a moment. Dun, 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 dun. Hi. I'll have a tea break for a moment. Let's have a chat. I'm going to put you up here so it's easier to look at you and the monitor. There we go. How's that? Alright. Oh, you can see this guy back here as well. You can't see him, but he is... Oh, you can just about see his crown hidden behind the wool and everything else I've got going on back there. Hi, how are you doing? I'm just going to drink some fruit tea. Oh, it's been a while. How you doing? Hey Dee, how are the electrics in the house? Hi Jess, this is my face. Notice the frogs. So, people who've known me a long time know that I used to be quite seriously goth. Like, I used to have a skinhead and used to spend 4 hours putting makeup on, like around the back of my head and everything. I was hardcore goth. And then I grew up and discovered that I actually really like colour. This was quite recent, the growing up. I mean, that's not true. I became an adult. I know! I have lots of lights. I got my daylight on, that's why, because I'm absolutely exhausted, and if I don't have my daylight on, I'll go to bed. So the frog comes from the fact that I've been obsessed with frogs since I was about 7. I love frogs. Frogs are the greatest thing. I am surrounded by them. Literally, there's a frog there, there's a frog there. I have tattoos of frogs. There's a pile of frogs up there, there's a frog on there. They are literally everywhere in my house. I live with my little brother. He's not the happiest about this, but, you know, I'm better than I used to be. Nice. Ah, we love Transformers. I just got a new Transformer. You'll not be surprised about this, right? It's a frog. He has an action feature. Yeah. So when I branded my business, Gothrock Art seemed the way to go. And it's kind of stuck with me, and I love it, and I have no intention of changing it. Jazz's art, there's too much like jazzer, there's too many jazzes. Yeah. Jazz's fan art. Nah. So yeah, okay, I need to make you a VIP D. I must do that. But yeah, so I do draw frogs, just not very often. And at the minute, because of uni, there's like my entire Twitch stream has just become absolutely dedicated to doing bloody uni work, because I have to have lots of entrances for my vlog. And oh, that's really cool. That is a cool, and I love that they've kept on theme with that. That's genius. It's a genius cup. I appreciate that cup. I love that. Yeah, so this is like a budget art channel, where we do things as cheaply as possible. Now, I say that I've just spent £110 on markers, but £110 on markers is actually quite cheap. And I bought, I think I got about 80 for that. And for a change, not secondhand. I normally buy everything secondhand, but I have decided to buy brand new just this once, so that I can check my colours, know that I've got a full pen right at the very beginning. I've had really bad art block for a while, so I'm just kind of trying to get myself back into it at the minute. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. This looks awful because it's actually just a mess about with these pens. We're going to go through these watercolour ones and see where we're at with them and what colours they are. We're going to produce the ugliest, brightest coloured poster ever. And that should take us up. So shall we get back to doing the art? Look how fluffy my roots are at the minute. I really need to get them redone. Alright, so take it back down. Take it down to the art city where the art is arty. Art. I'm bad at poems. There we go. Alright, so. La 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 la. We have an array of colours here. Shall we arrange them? So we've got some orangey, whatever they're meant to be. There's Pusium and that one over there too. That one over there. They were almost flesh tones. I bet they don't look anything like flesh tones on paper. And we got some like we've got two pinks and a burgundy. There we go, like that over there. And then we've got a blue. Oh, no, 2, 3. There we go. 2, 3 blues. Oh, a couple of blues. And then we've got 1, 2 greens. Why did I buy these? As if I brought pens that only had 2 greens in them. Green, by the way, is my favourite colour. It is the only colour that counts. What colour is that meant to be? None of these have colour names or numbers on them. Just so we know. We've got brown. We'll throw it over there. Then we got some greys and some. Another brown. I could go over there. And we've got the greys and the random white. And we've got the gold. So we're going to start off with the weird flesh tones that may or may not be flesh tones. Let's go. So these are a cross between the Crawford and Black flesh tones, which I bought from The Works a little while back. And then the other ones that are not grey are the Brunzeel dual tip Holland watercolour ones with a finer brush. And let me show you the tips on these. So the Brunzeel, mate, I need a Megatron one. I need you to find out if they do a Megatron one. Okay, so that's the Bruynzeel brush tip. It's quite smexy. And then on the other end we have it's like a fine liner but with a fibre tip, I'm guessing. The Bruynzeel there. I actually got mine from Scrawlrbox. I'm hoping these ones are alright though, because these ones, I think they were like £6 for 6 or something, and they're the works, so they'll always be on sale. So that's the brush tip. Let's compare the cheap brush tip to the expensive brush tip. I mean, I'm not seeing too much difference, are you? And then on the other end of that one, put the lid back on, Jazz, we've got the so that one is actually a fine liner. So that's, they have a Megatron one. Okay, I need a link for that. I'm gonna need to own that. Alright, so let's test these cheap ones out then. And see how we're doing. I have no idea how we're doing this. I'm just gonna throw colour onto the page. Alright. This is never gonna be in my shop. Right, so this is the cheaper one. It's meant to be a flesh tone, so let's see. Alright, I can see how that could be a flesh tone. It's a bit yellow. How about you? Yeah, it looks really yellow to you guys, doesn't it? But that one's fine, so we'll put it back in the bag. This one's meant to be like, I don't know, some kind of pink, I guess. Yeah. Let's have a look. Well, that's the kind of thing that as a kid you used as a flesh tone because you thought that's what colour everything should be. I'm not sure I'm happy about how they lay over each other. We'll see. But they are watercolours, so if you have got like a brush and some water, you can do something with them and blend them out properly, so that'd be cool. Alright, whose skin is that colour? Especially, probably me. It's not too far off mine. I like how, like, because I'm using a mixed media paper, it is giving it this kind of pour look. Okay, right, I know it looks like a brown to you, but that is not brown to me, alright? That is like a pink. Oh my god, the colour correction on this. I need a new camera. Tell you what, when I reach affiliate, the first thing I'll do is buy a new camera. It's not tan to me though, that's the weird thing. Oh, man. So bizarre. I know they say that colours don't look the same on screen, but blimey. That's such a difference. This one here is pink. It's like a peachy pink. This one that I'm putting down now is the tan. Alright. That's tan. Looks olive on there. I didn't realise how bad the colour correction was on this. Alright, let's go with the Bruynzeel flesh tone. Oh, that brush is nice. That's a nice brush. I like that. It's a little bit softer. Well, the other ones were quite firm, but this is softer. But colour-wise, it's not too different from the cheap one. I mean, I know it looks yellow. It's not yellow. We're just going to ignore what colour it is. And then this one's like a dark chocolate brown. I mean, it's got like, you won't be able to see them there, but it does have like quite a cool undertone on that one. Quite a blue undertone. Like a purpley blue. I don't look like that on there, does it? Oh my goodness. I'm surprised you can see any colours. Should just put in black and white. Alright, so then we're gonna try this. This is the cheaper kind of chocolate tan brown. So I'm gonna put some in. I think colour wise it's quite a lot redder than the Bruynzeel one. It definitely has a redder undertone compared to this blue undertone. And you actually, even though the colours are wrong on the camera, you can see that this one is a much cooler tone than this redder tone. That's quite interesting. But they're not, like, although the colours are different, the quality for cheap pens isn't that bad. We're all right. All right, let's go. There's no pinks because they didn't have any pinks. So we're just going to throw these down because they exist. This is a burgundy, like a dark brown burgundy. Actually, very similar to that brown just there, but with a bluer, cooler undertone to it. Interesting. And then we've got, this is olive green. I don't care what the camera says it is. Don't listen to the camera is all lies. Oh, that's interesting. That's not olive green at all. It's like a kind of a green tinged brown. Interesting. They all work though, so we don't have to throw them away, which is nice. This is one of the greys. It's meant to be a grey blue. Yep, I'll give it that. It is a grey blue. Alright, it's fine. It is what it is. This is a kind of a sky turquoisey blue, I would say. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's a sky blue. Oh yeah, that's... What colour is that showing up as? No, it's actually the colour it is. Cool. Let's see if we can get a bit darker back here. There we go, and then we get a middle one. And then we get two, and then we'll go like that. Yeah, I like that. It's alright. It's a nice colour. And that is actually the colour, right? These ones back here are actually the right colours. That's really odd. Those of you who don't know me don't know that technologically I am about 1 billion years out of date. If you give me a BBC computer from the 1980s or 90s, I will know what I am doing. But I am not up on all this modern stuff. And the social media manager that I've been talking to in college has suggested that I do Facebook. Not Facebook, TikTok. Facebook, I'm already on Facebook. Yeah, so it's been suggested that I do TikTok, which I think would be hilarious. And a really, really bad idea. I don't belong on TikTok. I'm too old. I'm too old for it. Oh, yes, Spectrum, Commodore. Yes. See, that's what I'm talking about. I know those. I'm good with those. Oh, this is a bit of a dusky pink going on here. It's like the same colour Kaylee's got on her nails right now. Maybe a little bit lighter, but not far off. It's just so random. Like a random colour pool. And then, oh, I want to know what this white is. Well, is it like a really pale grey? Pale grey blue. Ignore the colours on the barrels. I think that's what we're learning with these pens. Yeah, grey blue. Oh. I did at one point say, but having said that, bear with me for a moment here. I did an entire digital report. Kaylee has seen it. Kaylee is my proof. Complete with digital posters. Now, don't get me wrong. I did not make art for these. There was quite a lot of like scanning and photographing and stuff like that. But I did it. It was all digital and I did it. And I'm very proud of my little self. That's one of the cheaper greys, by the way. In fact, these next couple are all the cheaper greys. And like my tech teacher, Leonie, was all like, "Look at you going all digital." I was like, "No." Okay, now here's what I like about alcohol markers over watercolors. All right, let me show you this. Okay, can you see these overlapping lines? Can you see that? Now, if I could be bothered to get some water, I've got a brush, but if I could be bothered, I could probably paint it out a little bit, right? But you don't get that. You don't get this with alcohol markers. Now let me prove a point. Okay, so let me grab, actually I've got a couple here, GT2 and BP7. Alright, GT2, BP7, beautiful colours, definitely not good together. And we're going to grab the chisel end, and I'm just going to now you can't see that same kind of line there. It's just not there. Do you see? It's not there, right? It's just, this is why I prefer the alcohol markers. Now the downside of it is, right, I am an eco warrior. I want to save the planet single-handedly from art, because art is really bad for the environment, especially things like alcohol markers. And it makes me feel so bad. It does. I feel awful, but they just look better. Oh no, did you not know? Did I not mention it 97 million times? Now, if I had a blender, I could probably soften out these edges a little bit. But like, it's just, it just is better. It just is better than this. This, and I know. I just don't give it away at all, do I? Like, it's not at all obvious, and I definitely don't talk about it every single moment of every single day. I don't do anything like that. Oh, do you know what? Kind of glad I've done this. This is about dead. This will be going in the dead pile. Alright, they do it when they're dead. Alright. Dead pile. Hey, baby. You okay? Puppy dog. Yeah, so like, art is bad, okay? Digital art is worse. NFTs are the absolute worst. Just nothing. Nothing is worse than the NFTs. Nothing. Okay, good. I'm glad we've got that cleared up. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm literally just throwing colour onto a page right now, because I'm checking them all. Because I can. Because you all kept going, no, we want to see art, Jazz. Jazz, you used to do art on your channel. Jazz, you're meant to be an art channel and you don't do art anymore. No. It's because I had the worst art block ever. Still, I'm struggling with the art block, okay? Art block is hideous and it's real. And it takes away your creativity and your soul. And I don't like it and I don't appreciate it. And it's horrible. So don't... If you can avoid art block, please do. Right, I thought this was going to be yellow. It's not. It's that bloody mustard yellow again. Twice it's got me. First time it was meant to be green, this time it's meant to be yellow. Like yellow. Like, look at the colour of the cap. Blendy, blendy, blendy. Now these are not the best pens to show off the blending power of alcohol markers. A, because some of them are older than my niece. And B, because they're not great, to be honest. They're the very early alcohol markers. Like I say, Letraset haven't owned Pro Marker for a long time. Oh, that's a nice blend. We'll blend that there. We're going to make a beach or something. We'll make a beach. Yes. You can randomly post me flower. I would love that. I can make chamomile tea, I can make chamomile colour. It's really good dye colour, actually. I do know what art is. That, I'm still there with that. Art is subjective and objective at the same time. And art is different to every single living being. Art cannot be put into a box, although you can make art with a box. So yeah, I do know what art is. My art teaching is still with me. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. I'm kind of, ow, 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 ow. I sat in a stupid position, alright? Oh my goodness. Right. What I will probably actually do when I'm not on stream is go over this entire background with some paint and just have it that it is just the letters on a dark background. And I would do it on stream, but I don't actually have any paint near me right now. I've had like my jelly gouache sat next to me downstairs for a few weeks now, on the off chance that I might make art. There are like sketchbooks everywhere in my house right now. Still, no art. I did manage to do a piece in memoriam for when my best friend died. It was just a sketch, and I keep saying I'm going to turn it into a proper piece for him, but I just haven't. Ew, no, I don't like finger painting. I've never liked that. I can't. No. I did finally get round to being able to use air dry clay without anything. Oh, also, I totally told Vince to go to the Lidl near him and see if they'd got those clay rollers. Because I've actually got... Oh, that is posh. Unless what's from your Bratlings? Wait, what? I'll keep all the art from your Bratlings. I still have a Theodore on my fridge. Theodore original. Tabitha's not done me anything for ages though. Being that 1 year away from teenager that she is. Yeah. If you haven't got kids, guys, just don't. Just don't. Don't do it. Yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I did manage to get to the point where I can use air dry clay and not wear gloves. And that was a big thing for me because I hate getting my hands dirty. When I was doing my HND in art college, I made paper. I made it totally from scratch. I literally sat there for days pulping all of the paper by hand instead of using a blender. Determination and all that. It turned out really well. It was good paper, but oh my goodness, I hated touching that stuff. Yeah, rescue an animal, or in Dion's case, own all of the animals without actually owning all of the animals. Dion has about 97 million cats right about now, and not one of them is actually hers. So that she feeds them, she looks after them, she makes sure they're warm and have a place to sit. None of them are hers. One day the neighbours are going to want their cat back. Just like, excuse me, this one's mine. And Dion is in the unfortunate position where apparently her partner is allergic to cats, and therefore they cannot have cats. So Dion has adopted all of the cats in her neighbourhood. All of them. Oh dear. You know, sooner or later Marvin's going to realise, don't you? I just want you to be prepared for that. Dave's coming. So as you can see, you can go over alcohol pens with watercolours. Like water pens, you can go over water pens with alcohol markers. Don't really matter too much. My dog is snoring again. I do apologise. He's had a hard day of literally nothing. He had to move several times whilst I tidied. And I know that this was hard for him. He complained about it quite a lot. I'm saying nothing, Dee. I'm keeping my little opinions to my little self because I've been learning to do that. That is one of the things I've been learning to do with my mentor, is to keep my little opinions to my little self and try really hard not to let my autism brain take over and say all of the things. That's where we're at. I am being a good Jazz. A good Jazz. Mostly. I am mostly being... I saw John on Saturday, and yeah, there was a few times where I just said exactly what was on my brain, and he was like, glad you've not changed. Like, oh dear. Meant to think before you speak, not afterwards. It's fine. I'll get the hang of this. I keep trying to be normal. I'm gonna keep trying to be normal. What? No more telling people that is not how they use their inhaler, okay? I've got to try and join the normal world. Like, the thing, right, this was the thing. When I was still working, before my hips got bad, it might just be the type of cat fur, to be honest. But yeah, so when I was working, I was a chef. I was a chef for a very long time. And you can be a chef when your brain is not normal because you don't have to interact, or at least back then, you didn't have to interact with people, right? And it was the best job for me because I got to do something that I loved, which was cooking. I did used to love cooking. And I got paid for it, and I didn't have to deal with too many people, apart from waiters and waitresses, which always appear to just be dicks, right? But like, ever since kind of leaving that, and the job that I wanted to do, the years that I met Dee, when I was doing my biomed degree, right, as a scientist, science would have been great for me. I'd have been locked away in my little lab, staring at viruses under a microscope, away from people. And it would have been fine. And like, even as a self-employed artist, if I can get my shit together and actually make art for a living, it would be perfect. Because I mostly don't have to deal with people. Except for conventions, and that is where I take other people with me and they help me out. Isn't that right, Dion and Kaylee and everybody else? But like, this real world stuff, I'm not good at it. Not good at it at all. And I need to be good at it. And I'm 42 years old and I still can't help but tell people exactly what I think. And nobody asked for that. Like, it's taken me this long to realise, Kaylee, you're not meant to sleep through my streams. It's taken me... You're meant to be doing work. Mate, do some bloody work. You made me stream. Do some work. But it's taken me, like, this many years, this amount of life, to realise that people really don't want to hear the words, "No, it's not the dress that makes you look fat, dear." Like, nobody wants the truth. If people ask you how you're doing, it's a perfect example, this one, actually. Yeah. If somebody says to you, "How you doing?" Well, let's have a talk for a moment. Well, let's have a moment. Right. I'm just gonna have a talk. I'm gonna drink my now cold fruit tea. Yeah. Right. If somebody says to you, "How are you doing?" they don't actually want to know how you're doing. Like, nobody actually wants to know the answer. Like, apart from that, and I'm not talking like your close friends, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking general everyday. You go into like work or college or something like that, and somebody says to you, "Oh, cool, how are you doing?" They don't mean it. It has taken me years and years to get my head around that. When I was doing my last degree, I don't know if Deal even remember this or not. It was a long time ago, but when I was doing my last degree, I got into trouble. And I got into trouble because I was in a very bad place. I was an alcoholic back then, and I just stopped drinking, and somebody asked me how I was, and I told them. I told them exactly how I was. I told them that I wanted to unalive myself, and I told them that things weren't going well and that my brain was... And you know what they did? They reported me for inappropriate conversation. That is when I learned that people don't actually want to know. Nobody wants to know. And this is a revelation. It's actually a revelation to me that people just don't care. They don't want to know. When I know. Did I not take those? I thought I took my meds. Did I take my meds? Are they from last night? I'm very confused. I did. Okay, they're from last night then. I did not take last night's meds. Bad. Mind you, I was exhausted. Right. Let's go back to art, shall we? Alright, so I say art. What I mean is, let's go back to making a mess on this bit of paper. How much has gone through? Oh, actually, to be fair, for a multimedia paper, that's not that bad. I mean, we've gone over that quite a bit. Exactly. It's so bizarre. Like, if you don't want the answer, why ask the question? Right, what I want to do, right, there's a couple of these that are a little bit near death, so we're just going to use them as much as we can. They get to that squeaky stage, and that's when it's enough for me. I'm just like, no, can't. Alright, so this one's pretty much... It's hard to get the colour out of it, so this one's going to go in. I'm just going to go through the dead pile and see if any of them still have a little bit left, before I send them to the great marker bin in the sky, or you know, in Ryman's, whichever. Kaylee, is there a Ryman's in Nuneaton? Would you know? Why is that one though? Because that one literally wasn't working earlier. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so if somebody asks you, for those of you whose brain is like mine and broken, not broken, different, unique, special, if you're fine, apparently the correct answer I have learnt is, "Oh yeah, I'm cool, how are you?" And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then the response back will be, "Oh yeah, I'm good, I'll see you later." Oh, cool. I could take these with me and get rid of them then. So, this is Lessons with Jazz. If you are on the spectrum and somebody asks you, How are you? They don't actually want to know. Yeah, let's get some of that squeakiness. Ugh, I hate that. I'm totally going over all of that with black paint at some point. Yeah, see? I just don't. Why ask? Why ask if you don't want to know? And this is it's a human nature thing. It's all to do with politeness. Like, you gotta be polite. Don't be polite. Just don't ask me if you don't want to know. Oh, Jesus! Do you want a moment of ASMR? You ready? And that was Jazz's ASMR for today. I know. Ugh, rhetorical questions. What is the point of a rhetorical question? Why would you ask a question if you don't want an answer at all? Just like, why would you do this? So I'm going to rename this channel Autistic Art. Like, we get down to the deep, dark, nitty gritty of life. Why? Why ask it? And the thing is, right, I'll ask questions to people and they'll assume it's a rhetorical question, and I'm sat there waiting for a bloody answer. And the amount of times I've had to turn around to my dear husband, who I love with my heart and soul, right? But the amount of times I've turned around to him or my boyfriend and just gone, that wasn't a rhetorical question. Like, can I have an answer, please? Now, thanks, cake. Like, I talk to myself out loud all the time. But I talk to myself. I don't do it to other people. That's the bit I find weird. Just look. I know that my brain is an idiot. It's not stupid. I hate being called stupid. I am intelligent. But my brain is an idiot. Okay? Treat it like the potato brain that it is. And we will be just fine. Oh, this one's really dead. I don't know if we're going to get much out of this one. Try the other end. Hang on. No, that's all you get. There's nothing in that one. And that's the other thing, right? If rhetorical questions are talking to yourself out loud, why do people give me weird looks when I'm talking to myself out loud? Because sometimes you have to, right? You're with me on this. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself out loud to figure something out. Like, something doesn't make sense, so you start talking to yourself. Or in fact, sometimes you're just bloody lonely and the only person you've spoken to in days is your brother or your sister, so you just start talking to yourself. Right? Yeah. What? No, I refuse. Your logic makes no sense. Just no. Normal people logic is just weird. All right, I think that's where I'm going to go with this. Normal people logic is just weird, and I don't like it. Okay. Okay. Oh, the worst thing is, right, is that my beloved sister, who is napping right now, is probably one of the most normal people I know. And that is terrifying. You're normal compared to some other people. What is XZX? Is it XX or is it X squared? Yay, doing work. What are you doing, puppy? What are you doing? I'm busy right now. I can't give you love. It's not time for love. $20? How do you think that x plus s... right, what is the value of x? First we must find the value of x. Yeah, that's Gothrog Dog. He occasionally helps. In the least helpful way possible. Alright, baby. You say hello to everybody in a minute. Are you sulking? Okay, he's sulking. He's sulking right now. Ah, Roman numerals, yeah. So, in fact, the value of x would be 10. Yes, thank you for that. Well, now we have learned maths. Also, I'm not good with numbers. I am terrible with numbers. That's one of those other like things in life that annoys me, is the amount of people who assume that if you are anywhere on the spectrum, you must automatically be good with numbers. Rain Man has got a lot to answer for. Like, he made people believe I was going to be good with numbers, and that was not a thing. I have never been good with numbers. It's not something I've grown out of. It's just something I have never been good at. Also, never really been good at art. Sammy actually has some of my art in her studio space. So I do actually do real art occasionally. It does happen. This is not one of those days. We're just messing about. We're killing markers. That's what we're doing. Just like literally what we're doing right now is just killing. Death to the markers. Whilst probably giving me a headache for the rest of the night. Because markers. That wasn't even good then. I'm just bad at it. Just bad at numbers. Who else has just gone live? Who's gone live? Rich just added to his story on Instagram and he's not here watching me. Rich is in trouble. Do it. Colour it. Colouring's the way forward. Colouring is art. Picking up a pencil is art. Anything is art when you really want it to be. And please note, at the very beginning of this stream, I did say this was going to be green. I wasn't joking. I think we're almost there with this one. It's almost dead. It's almost ready to join the great pen bin in the sky, also known as Ryman's. Alright, there's my next green. Greenifying. Is that a word? It is now. We're greenifying. I'm going to regret not having a working blender. And just tone some of these back a little bit. It'd be nice. Never mind. You'll see in a minute. I'm going to Do something that's going to make the wording pop a little bit more. It's going to be the best thing on this. Definitely not an art stream. There's no art happening, so it can't be an art stream. My totally ill-prepared stream of consciousness. Let's go with that. But at least it's not talking about miniatures and stuff, unless you wanted. Does anybody want to talk about miniatures? Because it's literally my life right now. Problem with art school. I know this, right? Because there's this whole I went to art school, I didn't go to art school split with artists. I went to art school, right? Not a big posh one, but an art school nonetheless. Art schools... That's cool. I might actually do that, yeah. We'll do that in a second. Right, so art school, right, doesn't actually teach you any art. Ever. What they teach you is concepts. Concepts and history. Okay. And occasionally, if you're really lucky, a colour wheel. Now I was lucky because I had some amazing tutors at art school. They were fantastic. I'll never say anything bad against them. Apart from maybe one. But, like, they were really good. Even the one I didn't get along well with was actually really good as a tutor, right? But it doesn't teach you art. Like, it didn't teach me how to draw, which I probably could do with learning at some point. I should learn how to draw. Or anything useful for being an artist. None of that. Not allowed. And it's weird. It's weird, right? You go to art school to become an artist. And you leave an art school less of an artist than when you went in. Oh, colour theory. My goodness. I hate colour theory because, right, I like colour. You may have noticed. Anybody who's ever met me will have seen my amazing jacket of love, which we, live in. And if you haven't met me, when you do meet me, you'll see the amazing jacket of love. But, like, I love colour. I love it. I never used to. I do now. Especially, oddly, green. Yeah. Our art school is weird. They're like... But art colour theory, it's like a weird one because people are like, that colour doesn't go with that colour. Well, it does in my brain. I like certain colour combinations. Right, there's a really odd thing, right? My husband, my beautiful husband, his favourite colour is pink. And my favourite colour is green. And I have always been told that pink and green do not belong together. And I'm like, have you looked outside recently? And I have said this to my tutors, have you looked outside recently? How can you tell me that pink and green don't belong together when every flower every flower has some kind of pink and green going on? Like, how can you sit there and tell me that they don't belong together when roses are pink and green? Like, it's weird. Did you notice when I go into concentration mode, I start talking for a second? I do apologise. So yeah, it's an odd thing. See, I've never had that. There's nobody touching my work. There are rules. I'm not allowing that. But yeah, it's just weird. I find it weird. I find the whole, like, you're not a real artist if you've not been to art school argument a bit weird as well. Like, it says who? Like, who made that rule? Because there are people out there who are 1,000 times better at art than I will ever be. And they didn't go to art school. Yeah? It's just... Oh, I loved art school. I loved discovering things about myself. Like, for example, you may not have noticed this, but just in case, I'm not a 2D artist. As shocking as this revelation is, I know that some of you will struggle with this, but I prefer to do sculpture and installation work. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but it's true. I'm sorry. Sorry to destroy you all. I've been lying all this time. But no, I have, do, and always will prefer doing sculpture work and 3D work. I love installation art. I love turning a cupboard into something that could mean something. I love the ability to give people interaction with art, because it annoys me when you can't touch art. It does. It properly annoys me when you go into an art thing and there's just like... Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. I get why you can't touch certain art. I get that it needs to last forever. However, doesn't mean I don't want to touch the art. So all of my art, I always make something you can take away with you. Always. Every installation I've ever done, I've made sure that people can take... Oh, don't, because I had an argument when I first started at Brierley. I had an argument with one of the tutors there because he said that textiles could not be fine art. Mate, I have never done so much research on fine art and textiles and found so many artists who specialised in fine art in textiles. Like, and there are so many. And I was happy in proving him so very wrong. Like, oh, you're wrong. You're very wrong. Here's my proof. You're wrong. Yeah, he was a portrait artist. A very good portrait artist, actually. I will 100% give him that. You'll notice at no point am I using names here either. That's a lesson I learnt the other week. The other month now, in fact. But when I started doing the stuff that I'm doing now, about how art is really detrimental to the environment, and, you know, started looking into how I could spread that message that art is bad and that something needs to be done about it because it's one of the areas that's not looked at. And I asked him if he would do an interview for me, because he was one of the few people I know who works with oils, and anybody who knows anything about art is oils are not good for the environment. They're not good in any way, shape or form for the environment, okay? And he said that he would not do... This is my greatest moment in life. He wouldn't do an interview with me on this project because he did not want me rocking the boat. Now, I am just one frog. Just one frog in a sea of frogs. Right? I don't think I, by myself, could ever rock the boat. Just like, you just sat there going, wait, what? Wait, what? I'm sorry. Can you say that again? Because I don't think I heard it the first 10 times that I asked you to repeat that. So can you just repeat that again so I can hear that in my ears? You think I, this one little frog out here in this little art ocean all by my little self, I'm gonna be capable of rocking the boat? That's what you think. That's what you just I mean, I should take it as a compliment that this person thinks that my voice, my activism, my message is going to be so strong and so powerful that I might rock the boat. I mean, kind of hoping that I will. Honestly, hoping, praying that I will rock the damn boat, because that means something will be done about it. But I doubt it's going to happen. I doubt that, like, me by my little self is going to rock the boat. Honestly, I actually included that in my dissertation. When I did my dissertation last year for this degree, I actually included that quote as an example of exactly why we should be doing something. Hey, screw you! I'm a gobby frog, not a gobby cow. It's like, I am, but right. Those of you who don't know, there's a way that the way I met the beautiful Sammy here was hilarious. I went to a craft club in Wolverhampton for fibre people, you know, cross stitch and crochet and knitting and all that kind of thing, that met up in a hall, and it was like cake and crochet, and it was brilliant. And Sammy was there, and a few other people were there. Sam is pretty much the only person I still talk to. And the first thing I ever did was tell her off for using her inhaler wrong. Beautifulness. Like this person who I didn't know, who'd just been outside to smoke, no less. Come back in from smoking and had to use their inhaler, and the way she did it really annoyed me. Really annoyed me. And I literally sat there and went, that is not how you use your inhaler, young lady. And we've been friends ever since. It's not true. For a little while there. Like, oh dear. But yeah, that's me. That's pretty much me in a nutshell, actually. Telling strangers off on how to use their inhalers. Their inhalers! Like, I'm pretty sure they've been using their inhalers like that for some time. I did apologise. So I'd just like to point that out. I did apologise to her. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't punch me in the face, to be quite honest. Like, I think I'd have probably punched me in the face. Just... sometimes my mouth engages before my brain. Most of the time, my mouth engages before my brain. It's fine. We're friends now. We're friends now. Where's my secret weapon gone? I've lost it. Right. These are the sad pile. This is the sad pile. This is the sad pile. This is the pile that's going to go to Marker Heaven and be recycled into other things. Goodbye, markers. You have actually really done very well. Some of them really done very well. Where did I put my secret weapon? Now when you're looking at something and you can't see it, even if it's there, that's probably what's going on right now. White cap. Come on, white cap. It's not in there. Let's put everything else in here then. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Ah, dearie me. But yes, that's kind of like, that's how I meet people. It's the best way to make, it is the best way to make friends with somebody. It's the worst way to make friends with somebody. Do not take my advice on how to make friends with people. I am the worst example. Oh, dearie me. Where is it gone? Like I literally had it and now it's gone. But I've lost it. I can't. I need my secret weapon. I can't finish this without it. Oh, there it is. Literally just found it. Oh, I missed a bit. I need another green. Green, green, green. You. Inside should be green. Oh, dearie me. Honestly, right, I don't know how I even have friends. Like, through the years, I've been bullied a lot. And I kind of see why. Oh, because I am, at the end of the day, a dick. Oh, no. Just put the green one in the room and don't go in there. Where's the other green one? There should be two green ones. Never mind. Right. Secret weapon. I mean, I'm gonna go as far as to say I'm definitely not normal, right? That's fine. Damn it. Now you can do it. It's your job. God, I hate paint pens sometimes. Are you gonna do your job? No? Yes? Maybe? Maybe. Alright, we're going maybe. I mean, Poscas are meant to be better than this, really. Might need more shaking. Are they? That doesn't surprise me, actually. With fossil fuels and everything as well being phased out. But then electric is also run on a fossil fuel, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Hydrogen is the way forward. If there's a way of disposing of nuclear waste, then I would say that nuclear power was the way forward. But currently there is no way of disposing of it without creating a future issue. So hydrogen's the way forward. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe clockwork. We should just go clockwork. Just like, see how long it takes to turn the key enough times, right, to wind up a kettle to boil. Yeah, I'm all for alternative forms of energy. But oddly, not solar power. I kind of disagree with solar power because of how solar panels are made. And the fact that solar panels cannot actually could not actually be we can't do physical activity based. I'd be screwed. I'd be sat here in the cold freezing my tits off, wouldn't I really? And when would people have time to work? Can't come to work today. I've got to cycle for 3 hours to get a boiling water going for a bath. I like how they do it in some parts of Europe where they burn the rubbish, but instead of like releasing that into the environment, which would be really, 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 really bad, they use it for underfloor heating for like entire cities. Why are we not doing that? But then, considering the video I watched the other day on gender, and just how bad we are and how behind we are in terms of gender reassignment and gender clinics, I don't think we'll be doing anything useful ever in this country. Also, did you know, in the NHS rules, handy tidbit for you, it says that you have to be seen within 18 weeks of going to a GP for a referral. Did you know that? 18 weeks. This includes gender clinics, by the way. And as somebody who is patiently waiting for hip operations, can assure you it's not 18 weeks. And I'm not even going to bother talking to anybody about gender, because my gender isn't real. Because people don't believe that non-binary is a thing. And I'm very hipster with it because I'm all like, I was doing it before it was popular. You know, it's a fun thing to say. I don't mean it, obviously. Although if anybody wants to lend me £6 so I can get my boobs reduced to really next to nothing, that'd be great. I'm not a binder. I mean, I could be. I can bind things. Hey, no, I am a binder. I'm a book binder. I bind books. So there you go. Ha 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 ha. Man, these Twitch streams. No wonder I don't get like high viewership, because my Twitch streams are all over the place. I mean, I did discuss art in this one though, and pens, so that's fine. And obviously Wednesday we'll be doing the Uniblog from my dad's house. Oh, that's going to be hilarious. Okay, Kaylee, I might not be streaming on Wednesday. Right, I really want to stick to my Sunday, Wednesday schedule, and it's not going well. I'm totally going to stream from Dad's on Wednesday, because it's just a Univlog one. It's going to be genius though. It's going to be the best thing. I'm looking forward to explaining to Dad what it is I'm doing and why. It's going to be interesting. Interesting. He'll do that thing he does when he doesn't understand something and either tell you he knows better, right, or Why do my C's always end up looking like G's? So random. I actually have a book on lettering that I'm gonna do on stream when I'm more organised. I'm gonna do some lettering together. Because lettering is definitely one of the things I need to practice at. I'm not good at lettering at all. See, if I did do digital art, I could just download a font. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I do almost wish I was a digital artist. Almost, not quite. It's just not the same for me. And here's one that's a point of contention at the minute. AI art. Is it art? Now, I have opinions on this. Because here's the thing. To get AI to draw art, you have to be good with words. Because you have to describe to the AI what it is you want to see. And then the AI puts together images of what it thinks you want to see. And between you, you create a picture. Right. Kaylee, that's the easy bit. You need the info for it first. Right. Now, here's the thing. Now, original AI art, a lot of it wasn't using stock photographs. So originally there was some issues with AI using non-stock images to create other images, and thus causing copyright issues. Right? But that has since changed. And I can see yeah, exactly. And as an artist, I can see the use of AI art from a different perspective. For example, my imagination is crazy vivid, but I'm not always good at putting that into pictures. Okay, so being able to say to AI art that I wanted to see, I don't know, a space frog jumping into the void of time with a backpack that is circle shaped, right? Let's say that was what I wanted. AI would be perfect for giving me a reference for me to then go away and paint. So for me, I think that's, you know, it's a tool. Like all other tools, it's a tool. And I think it's a fantastic tool. What I don't like is exactly what Jess has just said. People who have written a sentence. Yeah, exactly. But people who have written a sentence that just says, I don't know, a clown in space. Put that into the AI, got the image out of the AI and gone, this is art. This is my art. Like, well, no. It isn't. Yes, it is art. It is an image. It is art. But it's not, I don't know. And as somebody who is not a digital artist either, and never will be a decent digital artist because it's just not my thing. I had enough time with the computer, never mind anything else. Like I say, I can only see it as a tool. I see it as a tool rather than its own thing. And I'm sure in time it will become its own thing, you know, Skynet. Skynet. But in the meantime, it's just a tool. And I don't understand why people are getting so funny about it either, because it is just a tool. Like, I can understand if you're one of the people whose work was stolen, right? especially Disney. And we'll get to Disney in a second because it's hilarious, right? I can understand you being annoyed, but copyright your app. I don't know. It's an odd one. It's an odd one. And then there's Disney. And then there's Disney. Oh, there's such... Oh. Disney's in the news a lot at the minute, isn't it, children? Because they're suing somebody again. And what is brilliant about this is how much this person is trying to put across that they are the victim here. And there's a reason why I'm saying this, and welcome to my unpopular opinion show. Alright, Disney are suing somebody because this person used their images and claimed them as their own, which is a blatant infringement of copyright. Okay? And then there's no messing about, it is. Now, it's all over the news that this person is being sued by Disney. But what everybody seems to have forgotten to mention whilst they're trying to make Disney out to be the bad guys is that they sent this person about 25 cease and desist orders. And I mean, the number changes depending on which news channel you're reading or listening to. But they didn't just go, we're going to sue you. They said, can you please stop using our copyright images? Can you please stop using our copyrighted images? And they... Alright, sis. I'll probably speak to you tomorrow. I'll let you know when I'm about in town, alright? And they just... Also, I love you, you knob. Just... And that bit never gets recorded. Like, the bit where they are constantly saying, can you please stop using our copyrighted images? Alright, please stop. Please stop. And then this person continues on, and continues on, and continues on. And at no point do they pay any attention to the cease and desist. So in the end, Disney have gone, right, well, you've not stopped, so we're going to sue you. And then everybody's gone up in arms. Oh my God, Disney is suing a small business. Like, yes. And as somebody who is a small business who has their own images, right, if somebody stole my work, claimed it as their own, and then constantly ignored any pleas to stop using said work, I too would sue them. And at the end of the day, Disney have every right, this is my unpopular opinion and I love it, Disney have every right to sue this person for stealing their work. Because that is what it is. It is stealing. Okay, and just... Yes, Disney are a big company. Yes, they could afford to let it slip. However, if they did that with every single person, and there are many, there are hundreds of thousands of people who use Disney in their art. If Disney let every single person use their work, then Disney wouldn't have any work anymore. And at the end of the day, it's not Disney, it's the artists as well, whose work is being stolen. Like, now, don't get me wrong, there is stuff that Disney does that I horrendously object to. Even in the art area, such as, here's our fabric. It's got our images on it. Yeah, you can't make stuff to sell with that. You can only at home. Well, why sell the fabric then? Just why do it? Right? I don't agree with that kind of thing. But if somebody is stealing their art, no matter what reason they're using, okay, They have every right to protect it. And if it was all these small businesses who were complaining that Disney do it, they'd be annoyed. Ah, the Disney Porn Vault. I would love to get inside the Disney Porn Vault. I think it's amazing inside the Disney Porn Vault. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Disney contracts are horrible. I would never work for Disney. But it is their art at the end of the day. Like, if you just ignore that bit, where Disney are in fact a horrible company to work for. Yes. Yeah, I'd love to see some of it, actually. And I think it's the best way of dealing with it. Like, yeah, you can own my art. Here's some tits. Did you want peen? Do you want a peen? Here's a peen. Have peen. Peen and tits. Peen and tits. There you go. Yeah, you can own all of my work. Here's some hentai. Tentacle porn. Do you want some tentacle porn? It's amazing. Disney tentacle porn. Can you imagine that? Actually, I can imagine that. If I wasn't so against Disney, I'd totally draw it. I love it. And there's somebody who does fan art. I do fan art. For those of you who don't know, I do Transformers fan art. And horror fan art. Now, my horror fan art generally, and I do say generally on this one, is based on horror that is now in the public domain. However, I do have a bit of a penchant for Hellraiser. Because, you know, Pinhead, he's my main man. And there's nothing better than drawing Pinhead with a background of really nice soft peonies. Oh, that's just giving me ideas. Stop it. Artist finally gets motivation back, gets sued by Disney for making porn. That'd be great. It'd be a big boost for me. Oh dear. Art's hilarious. The art world is hilarious. There's I was doing my research for my dissertation. Obviously, art is bad for the environment. There's this guy who was trying to highlight the plight of the endangerment of pandas. Alright, fair enough. They are endangered. That's because they're stupid, but they are endangered. Now, to do this, he made 25,000 small paper models of pandas to put into an exhibition. So far, nothing wrong with this, alright? He used recycled paper. Cool. Nothing wrong with that either. Then he had exhibitions all over the world where he flew his 25,000 paper pandas to all these different exhibitions. And I was just like, really? Really? Oh my goodness. Really? Like, just really? I was properly, honestly, I nearly died that day. I was, of all the things. Oh dear. It was the most genius thing. It really was. Just really? Really? Oh, honestly. People, honestly, just confuse me. I had a bit of a thing where I thought I was alone in this whole, like, thinking differently. And then found out it's not just me, so it's fine. Oh dear. As if you would though. I don't understand it. Just saying it. Just say. Oh my goodness. We are living in a world. Living in a world, ladies, gents, and others. It's a fun world. Where people trying to save the world do it by flying their art in a private jet. I don't even know why you would think that was a good idea though. Like, why would you not think to yourself, do you know what? Maybe what I should not do, whilst trying to save the life of these poor creatures, maybe the thing I should not do is use a bloody plane. I'm just saying, right, that maybe that was not the best move that he could have made. And I'm hoping other people see my point here, because apparently nobody else did. Everybody thought this was absolutely fine. That this guy, he got international acclaim for it. For flying these pissing pandas, paper bloody pandas, in his private jet. Honestly. I just don't, okay? I don't understand. I know. It's because some guy is flying their paper versions around the world in his private jet to demonstrate that they're endangered. Why would you? My brain apparently is broken. It does not work the way it should. And that's fine. It has made me a very interesting person to be around. But, like, my brain would not at any point think that that was a good idea. So how is it my brain that's broken? See, I'm doing that concentrating thing where I don't talk again. And that is the first time I have put my date on anything in a while. So, this is the colourful rubbishness that we have ended up with. I like how if I hold it there, it's like an instruction. Go, be a dick. Hold it there. Don't be a dick. Alright, I'm going to put you all back where you belong for a moment. Whilst we have this talk. Oh my god. Alright, how's that? There we go. Hi! Oh, I know. The dog's excited. The dog's excited because there's movement. I mean, to be fair, people already do that. Bees is an issue as well. We know bees are an issue. We know that there's an issue with bee farming. The stuff they do with bees is horrendous. There's going to be a slight noise whilst I boil my kettle. Hi. Ooh, don't want to see that. Okay, so it's beautiful in its hideousness. And there is, as per a Dion, a hidden frog. Alright? It is fine. 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 At some point I will do it properly. Once the new pens arrive. I can't sit like that anymore. Honestly. Let's have a look at the back. Oh, that's not stuff. I'm going to do the best bit about doing art. Hey baby, have you come to say hello? Hello baby. Hello, have you come to say hello? Gothrock dog, everybody Gothrock dog. Hi. Sorry, it's still working though, baby. Alright, so. Yes, I love you too. In all of your total daftness. I'm just going to do the best bit about doing art and then I'm all yours, alright? Because they're the best bit about doing art. No! No. Is the peel porn. Oh yeah, this just, there is nothing. Sammy says hi. Sammy says hi. Jake's sad, right? Now, there's a glass that I buy a lot of clothes from. Okay, a lot of clothes, a lot of dungarees, mostly really brightly coloured dungarees. And yes, this is a Supernatural t-shirt I'm wearing. But like, I buy these dungarees and she used to have a Rottweiler. And this Rottweiler and Jake shared the same taste in treats. And every time she sent me a new pair of clothes after I'd send her money, she would send me treats. And he'd gotten to know the smell of this particular package. And now, because unfortunately Yoshi passed over the Rainbow Bridge. There's just something satisfying about that. And now the treats don't come in. And he can smell the package. So he's used to the smell of the package. So I'm gonna... Not that I love my dog or anything. I am going to send her some extra money with my next order, which I'm just about to make. Or have just made. Can't remember. Possibly still need to pay for that actually. I'm gonna get her to go and buy these bloody dog treats that he loves, so that he can have the dog treats when the package comes in. That there is pet ownership. Jake decided that he wasn't going to eat for a little while. Turns out he just didn't like his food anymore, which is fair when you get to eat the same thing every day, day in, day out, all the time. So Jake now costs me 3 times as much in dog food. Because there's only one specific type that he'll actually bloody eat. And because he's a grumpy old man, I will gladly buy it for him. Whilst choking about the cost. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, don't be a dick. It's a lesson we can all learn. Don't be a dick. Also, although you can't read the one behind me, think freely. Allow yourself to think freely. Never let anybody tell you what you can and cannot think. Okay? You see, this is the bit of art that I am actually working on. That's actually art. That's my Texas Chainsaw Massacre piece that I'm doing. So yeah, that's I'm going to kind of call it there, because despite that being the worst piece of art I've made in ages, it's also the only piece of art I've made in ages, and that is a win in my book. I am going to light some incense, I'm going to have my fruit tea, I am going to chill out because I've got to get up tomorrow and do the bus thing. You know what's really annoying about these bone things? Do you see this bit just here? This is the bit I don't have. So, yeah. So thank you all very much for coming in. just got to get my average viewers and my hours back up again, because obviously we had a bit of a break there, and then we will be at affiliate. So I will be streaming more. My next stream will be Wednesday evening, where we will be discussing John Constable's miniature landscape, and we will be discussing John Mack's Art of Small Things, so miniatures. So Wednesday evenings will be my uni stream, and then Sundays, because this should have been Sunday, will be my art streams. So yeah, so thank you all very much for coming. I love you all a lot, and I think you are all fabulous. My tadpoles, my babies. And I will see you all again really soon. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you later.